Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the Integrative Family Medicine Guide to the Elimination Diet. Now, think of this protocol like a biological detective tool for your body. We're not just talking about losing weight here. No, this is all about figuring out exactly how your unique body responds to the fuel you give it. Have you ever just felt sick without really knowing why? Honestly, so many of us struggle with these persistent, unexplained health issues that conventional medicine, well, sometimes it just completely misses them. You might go to the doctor for a lingering headache, or maybe you're just constantly tired, and all your tests come back totally normal. But you know something is off, right? You just know you don't feel like yourself.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The hidden food connection. 2. Decoding food sensitivities. 3. Healing the gut microbiome. 4. The elimination phase. 5. Powering up with phytonutrients. And finally, 6. Reintroduction and body awareness. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The hidden food connection, and when daily habits cause harm.
Digestive problems, chronic sinus drainage, headaches, migraines, low energy, mood swings, even eczema and joint aches. Talk about an incredibly frustrating mix of symptoms, right? But here's the absolute crucial point. They can all be triggered by a heavy burden on your immune system, specifically from foods you're eating every single day. People can suffer from these for literally years without ever connecting the dots. Often, it isn't until a specific, commonly eaten food is entirely removed that the connection between those physical symptoms and your daily diet finally clicks. Moving right along to Section 2, Decoding Food Sensitivities and the Delayed Reaction. Now, food allergies, those are immediate and pretty obvious. You eat a peanut, you get hives right away, boom. But sensitivities, well, sensitivities are sneaky. We're talking about delayed reactions that can happen hours or even days later, usually because of an underlying imbalance in your gastrointestinal system. When you keep eating those same trigger foods day after day, you're actually creating a greater sensitization, which completely masks the true cause of that random fatigue or joint ache. And this whole cycle leads us to a condition known as leaky gut. Basically, this is what happens when those hidden food sensitivities trigger low-grade inflammatory reactions that actually break down your intestinal barrier. Think of your gut lining like a tightly woven net. Inflammation comes along and stretches the holes in that net, making it porous. Suddenly, large, undigested food particles, bacteria, and toxins just leak right into your bloodstream. And as you can imagine, that kicks your immune system into overdrive, creating widespread systemic inflammation throughout your whole body. That brings us to Section 3, Healing the Gut Microbiome, your immune headquarters. 70%, that is a massive number. It actually represents the amount of your entire immune system that is clustered right around your digestive tract. It's wild to think about. Your gut immune system is constantly acting like a security guard, constantly assessing every single thing you eat or inhale. So when your gut is inflamed, that delicate balance of good and bad microbes gets totally thrown off, which leads to improper immune responses. The elimination diet offers some incredible holistic benefits to fix this exact issue. By removing those trigger foods, you bring down the inflammation, which directly supports that massive immune system we were just talking about. Essentially, it turns your food into medicine and information. It lowers your toxic burden and finally gives your body the actual space and peace it needs to repair itself. Okay, Section 4, the elimination phase and what to avoid. So, you might be wondering, why is dairy such a huge target for elimination? Well, it comes down to this absolutely staggering statistic. Somewhere between 25% and 90% of the world's population is deficient to some extent in lactase. That's the enzyme you need to properly digest lactose, the sugar found in milk. Without it, you get painful gas, bloating, and just general digestive upset. And even fermented dairy, which has lower lactose, still contains casein proteins that can trigger those adverse reactions and cause that intestinal permeability we mentioned earlier. When we're looking at specific items to cut out, conventional dairy products like butter, cheese, milk, and yogurt, along with gluten-containing grains, are right at the top of the list. Gluten is that sticky protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. It contains these toxic proteins called gliadins that can actively break down the microvilli. Those are the tiny finger-like protrusions inside your small intestine, and destroying them is a direct cause of leaky gut. Also pay attention to oats here. Even gluten-free oats are often processed in facilities with wheat, and their protein structure is actually so similar to gliadin that they can cause real problems for highly sensitive folks. But hey, don't worry. You aren't just left with water and ice cubes. You can easily swap out inflammatory conventional dairy for some really soothing alternatives. Think unsweetened organic almond milk, coconut milk, or hemp milk. Remember, the whole goal here is substitution, definitely not deprivation. Section 5. Powering up with phytonutrients and eating for healing. While you're busy removing all those triggers, you're actually replacing them with a massive variety of vibrant, colorful vegetables and fresh fruits. This diet is absolutely packed with phytonutrients, antioxidants, and healthy plant fibers. These are the compounds that actively heal your gut, improve your stress response, and help your liver and kidneys flush out those stored toxins. We do highly recommend going for certified organic options, though, just to keep that toxic burden as low as humanly possible. Now, if you take away nothing else, remember this one crucial rule. Absolutely no calorie restriction, period. This is a healing protocol, guys. It is not a starvation diet. Sure, weight loss might naturally happen as your body comes back into balance, but you can eat as much as you want from the approved food list. You are fueling your body's detoxification pathways, and trust me, that requires a lot of energy. Almost at the end, Section 6, Reintroduction and Body Awareness, the final goal. The whole process is incredibly simple when you break it down. Step 1, you eliminate the potential triggers for a strict 3 weeks. Step 2, you just wait, allowing the gut tissue and the immune system to calm down and heal. And then Step 3, and this is vital, you slowly and methodically reintroduce foods just one at a time and observe your symptoms. It's basically a guided self-discovery process. Now you might be asking, why 3 weeks? Well, because, incredibly, your intestinal cells actually replace themselves approximately every 2 to 4 days. That means that in the span of just a single week, every cell in your intestinal lining is broken down and a brand new cell grows in its place. So over 3 weeks, you are literally building a brand new, much stronger gut wall just by removing inflammatory foods and flooding your system with the right nutrients. It's amazing. The end goal here isn't some kind of miserable lifelong restriction. Actually, being on this diet for even just a few short weeks leads to a much greater level of sensitivity about exactly which foods cause changes in your body. Your taste buds change, your cravings change, and you learn to listen to exactly how your unique biology reacts. You essentially become your own biological detective, getting deeply in tune with how food impacts your energy, your mood, and your digestion. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to ponder. Right now, your body might just be whispering to you through some mild fatigue, or maybe it's full-on shouting at you through joint pain. But if you hit pause on that daily influx of inflammatory foods, cleared all that static, and truly gave your gut a chance to heal, what hidden messages might your body finally be able to tell you?